Cuenca is so damn cute. And that's my introduction done. Often overlooked as a mere Madrid day trip, Cuenca lies about a 90-minute drive from Spain's capital in the verdant, mountainous region of Castilla-La Mancha. Cuenca is an old town, with a historical narrative that many cities of Spain share. With the withdrawal of the Romans from the Iberian Peninsula in the middle of the 1st century, it was in fact Muslim forces who scouted and appreciated the strategic location of where Cuenca now lies. With a mountain advantage and access to fresh water, Cuenca would dominate the valley for centuries, frequently changing hands between opposing states, with the eventual expulsion of the Moors that solidified Cuenca forevermore as a Christian city. Of course, today there's no more battling going on in Cuenca, although I have on good record there's a boatload of brunching. But looking over the walls, you can appreciate the indomitable fortress this would have once been. The town is home to around 50,000 people, with the residential and commercial areas spreading down the mountain and onto the valley floor. The higher you climb and the deeper you tread into the old town, the greater Cuenca adopts a medieval aesthetic. You'll find your cathedral, narrow alleys and cobbled cafe courtyards along the aged battlements. As a tourist, this is probably why you're coming to Cuenca. There are a bunch of highlights to rattle off, but my standout has to simply be walking through the laneways and enjoying the calm temperament of the town. Even the modern portion of Cuenca is very cute, where little streams run adjacent to the apartments and you can check out the bars and restaurants, which are cool until it's pissing down with rain. Your postcard reason for coming will be to admire the hanging houses from across the bridge of St. Paul, and at 40 meters high and a century old, the rickety timber should do your cardio for the day. The houses are the remnants of a distant era, where much of the old city was ringed with these precarious looking buildings hanging down over the cliff face. If you're game to stretch your legs, then head on up to that beckoning statue of my boy Jesus. It's not a long walk, and you might even pass some rock climbers on the way. While the statue is kind of lackluster from directly below, you'll get a sweeping panoramic of Cuenca. And hey, I can see my hotel room from here. On that note, we were put up in a hotel, a nice uptick in quality after weeks of hostels. It's a fancy place that's nice to schmooze around a bit, pianos in the foyer, loads of art, and a common room you can kick back in, although admittedly it gets a little bit creepy at night. The owners also let us into the library next door, hundreds of years old and connected to a still active monastery. Quite literally 20 meters away is the Science Museum of Castilla-La Mancha, and they were letting people in for free that day, so why not? However, that makes it hard to recommend on a value basis because, well, it was free. But sure, yeah, it's okay to check out if you have nothing on. Just know that it does seem kind of tailored towards kids. There's also a lot of hype for Cuenca's artificial beach, which, from my understanding, is a river that the council dumped some sand on and did up with umbrellas, but it looks cute, so why the hell not? So, if you can't already tell, I do really like Cuenca. Sure, it's a great way to break up a long stay in Madrid, but with a town this old and this stunning to look at, I would argue that it's easily worth staying at for an extra night. And that concludes my blow by blow on Cuenca. Thanks for watching.